Hey everyone, so it is July 23rd, 2025. So if you're enjoying your summer, that's nice. If you're on a good job site, awesome. I do want to talk about something real quick, and we're going to talk about complacency. And, complacency kills in this trade. And yes, it can kill physically. Like, you can definitely be unalived fairly quickly by being complacent on a job site, especially if you get into the same routine, doing the same task, and you fall into a zombie like state. And I don't mean autopilot, okay? Because you can get into autopilot and still not be complacent, okay? So I would describe complacency as you get into a routine of doing something to the point where you start becoming sloppy with it, okay? And if it is electric that you're doing, then yeah, you get sloppy with electric, and it doesn't just kill. Like, you have the potential of harming yourself, but you have the potential of harming other people on a job site. And one of the things, and I don't know if it's always taught, but one of the things that I remember in my early stages were these rock solid mechanics embedding in me to pay attention on who's on the job site. And it was based on that is why these guys always told me to check the electric before you work on something. It's not based on, your teammate next to you. It's based on the teammate on the other crew that all of a sudden gets put on your site for that day. It's stuff like that. And if you just don't know who you're working with, and it just takes a couple slip-ups and someone gets hurt. That's the electrical side of things. Now, let's just kind of steer it towards quality. And, if you get into a complacent atmosphere where you're doing the same thing and you're doing the same thing, you start doing it without putting effort into it because you're just running the motions, and that's where complacency lies. It's you're just doing what you're told to do, and you're not putting effort into it. And when you get into commercial and you get into residential outfits, okay, there's a huge range in pay rates depending on companies that you go work for, all right? And, the ones that are compensating you the best, it's not always based on how much electric you get done, how quickly you can get it done, but the level of quality in which you work and how organized you are, how neat is your product, okay? And it doesn't just have to deal with the physical electric. If people's pay rate was based on just their electrical capabilities, I know a lot of electricians that should be very wealthy right now, and they're not, because the other half of the trade is being organized, being up to date on communication, being up to date on code, being up to date on your organization skills with the van, organization skills with your tools, how well do you communicate. All these other factors play into your compensation, okay? So complacency is a death trap. It can be. It can literally rob you of so much of this trade. All right. So what I try to tell people to do is get into the routine of caring about what you do. Okay, doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're pushing a broom, push the broom the best you can. But when you're working, like take, you know, show your talent in whatever you touch. Okay, so if you're talented at putting floor protection down, put it down the best you can. Okay, make it look good. Make it look like a work of art. It is appreciated beyond your own appreciation. Okay, and it'll take you places in the trade. Okay, but here's the thing: it doesn't take you places if it's on and off. All right, if you're good one day and then 2 days you're bad, then you're done. You're done. It doesn't work that way. If you're gonna be good, you have to be good 100% of the time, 5 days a week. Okay, you have to set a bar that you will not be below. And if you set that bar high enough, okay, you will go places in this trade. I can't promise this enough, that if you set the bar high and you provide and you do quality work, you know, your van is organized, your tools are organized, your paperwork is organized, and your electrical work looks good, this trade will float you to the top. It might take years. It might, you know, and I'm not happy that it takes this long, okay? But I worked for well over a year making peanuts before I had an opportunity to really better myself, okay? And during that year, you can't give up, okay? I see guys have a bad week, and that bad week shoots them in the foot for the next 3 months, okay? You have to maintain a level of integrity that you won't drop below, no matter who you work with, no matter what's said on the job site or off the job site. You have to maintain a level of integrity. And if you do, the trade will float you to the top naturally. You won't even have it, you'll naturally rise. All right. It happens all the time. All right. That's really all I got for you right now. It's July. We just got through a heat wave. I know another one is coming. You know, stay hydrated, stay away from bread, and, you know, that's the best thing for heat waves. Don't eat bread and stay hydrated. God bless. We'll talk soon.